the number of integers n that satisfies the inequality that has been given to you. Now, when I look at this inequality, there are modulus over there. Individually, each of these parts of this inequality, we can draw the graph for ourselves. The moment a question comes where you can draw the graph, I prefer we should draw the graph and try and do the question. This is a question coming from CAT 2021 paper. Now let's see. First, let's look at the critical points on my graph. N equals 20 will be a critical point. N equals 100 will be a critical point, and n equals 60 will be another critical point. So all on the positive side. So let me draw this graph over here and check all of the 3 points. So a 20 is over here, a 60 is over here, and a 100 is over here. Now observe, let's first look at modulus of n minus 20 and try to observe the graph of this. When n is greater than 20, the outcome should be only n minus 20, isn't it? So n minus 20 will be a straight line. Let's say suppose y is equals to n minus 20 is what I'm looking at. So now this is going to be a straight line that moves like this. Clear? Now, if the value of n is less than 20, then what will be the outcome? That will be minus of n plus of 20. Minus of n plus of 20 will go like this, right? So this is the first inequality that we got. We want this part to be the highest among the 3 inequalities. What is the second inequality that we are getting? Modulus of n minus 60. Modulus of n minus 60 will come up like this. This will be the modulus of 60. And this will come up like this, right? Now, we know the equations of these 2 parts also. What will be the equation of this particular part? This particular part, the equation will be n plus 60 because n minus 60, because n was greater than 60. And when n is less than 60, you are going to get minus of n plus of 60. So we need the equations of each of the part of the graphs as well, right? Now let's draw the next one. We have already drawn modulus of n minus 60. Let's look at modulus of n minus 100. Greater than 100, this is how your graph is going to move, right? Less than 100, your graph is going to move like this. Now, what do we want? We want the modulus of n minus 20 should be the lowest. Let's approach the graph from this direction. Before this particular point, let me say that I'm looking at this particular point. N minus 20 is the lowest in this entire region. So that is not something that I'm looking forward to. In fact, n minus 20 remains the lowest up until this point, right? But if you just go ahead of this particular point, you will realize what? N minus 20 has become greater than modulus of n minus 60. That's correct. But it is still lower than modulus of n minus 100. I wanted what? I wanted to be the highest. So where is it going to be highest? Look at this particular intersection point. After this intersection point, if I look at this particular point, n minus 60, modulus of n minus 60 is the lowest, followed by modulus of n minus 100, followed by modulus of n minus 20. This is what I want. But look at this intersection point. After this intersection point, there is a change happening. What is that change happening? N minus 100, modulus of n minus 100 will turn out to be the lowest, which is what I don't want. So if I observe my graph very carefully, I am looking at the answer should be between these 2 values of n. Should be between these 2 values of n. We now need to figure out these 2 values of n. The first intersection that we are looking at over here is of n minus 20. This part was n minus 20 and this part was minus of n plus of 100. Correct? Now, if you solve this, it will become 2n is equals to 120. N will turn out to be equals to 60. So what is this particular point? This particular point is n is equals to 60. What about this point? This point is an intersection of n minus of 60. This line was n minus of 60. And what about this line? This line was minus of n plus of 100 again. So if you solve this, it is going to be 2n is equals to 160. N will be equals to 80. So you are looking at this particular value of n as 80. Now, your values of n should be between 60 to 80. You don't have an equal to sign. That is why 60 and 80 must be rejected. So from 61 all the way up to 79 are the set of integer values that we need to count for n. So 79 minus of 60 will give me those number of values, which is 19 values. Option D, 19 will be the correct answer for this question.